all this time, I have not referred to you as Rabbi, and that is terrible.
Okay, it's a very, do you want me to talk about that?
Yes, because you know what? I guess I don't know how, do you embrace that title? Do you identify yourself as Rabbi or as Rav? Tell me.
You can join me in the not knowing. Because here's the thing. I was ordained as a rabbi. I was 20 at the time. Well, yes, I think around 20. And I haven't forgotten everything that I studied. I still remember everything. I can still tell you exactly all the laws about spoon that you used for your coffee in the morning, and 15 hours later you put it into a chicken soup that's 100 degrees hot. I can tell you exactly what happens. But there was a few concerns that I had with the title. And I also want to say my yeshiva was a accredited institution, meaning even from however you want to call it, academic, or it's accredited by the same institution, by the same, whatever you call these organizations that give accreditation, that accredits Yeshiva University Rabbinical School. So it's definitely legitimate. Like, I have actual transcripts, I have an actual degree. I could officially officiate weddings if I so choose to do. But there were many different things why I didn't use it for a very long time. There was a part of me, I used to tell people, if you call me Rabbi, I'm going to punch you in the face. Don't ever actually do that. But that was my kind of the way I felt about it for a short time, which was mostly, it was a combination, but it was growing up, Rabbi always was a man. Which today, at least if I want to look at my Facebook friends, I know more women rabbis than male rabbis. That's not a joke. That's a reality. I don't know if they are more. I think even in Reform and in conservative communities, there's still more male rabbis, and it's probably
not
just
there yet.
It's self-selecting of the people that I choose to hang out with, but still. So obviously, I know rationally that rabbi is gender neutral. But there was just something, you can't take the first 20 years of your life and throw it out the window. It was like rabbi, and then there was a rebbitzin. And even when I was a child, I imagined myself at most, like when I would fantasize and be like who I want to be, which we can also talk. And obviously there's the prayer that I wrote when I was 9, where it becomes very obvious the ideas that I had of what it means to be a woman were messed up at best. But I would see myself as a rebbitzin, not a rabbi. So there was that part. And then there was the other thing that really kind of got in my way for a long time, which it shouldn't have, because Hasidic rabbis have no trouble calling themselves rabbis, and people see them as rabbis, even though we never get pastoral training. So I think, you went to HEC or JTS?
HUC.
Yes. So I feel like, and I mean that in a really amazing way, and I've worked with so many rabbis, I feel like rabbis are halfway social workers in an amazing way. Like, so much of the training is about working, like, not just, obviously there's dealing with life and death, literally, but there's also dealing with congregants on a day-to-day basis. I never got that education directly. So I think what has happened over the past few years is, first of all, I had to deal with my internal issues, which I think I'm still dealing with. But also, I've done several different fellowships. I've done several different trainings with other rabbis, or like I have done a lot of pastoral work, which has helped me feel a lot more comfortable. I think also the more distance I place between like rabbi being only men to where I am today really helped. And also starting to realize that there's a power to it in a positive way. And I've obviously been using, specifically over the past few years, I have on Sefaria, I don't think can I share a link with everyone? No.
You can do a screen share. I don't know.
No, not a screen share. I just wanted to, like, it's fine. People can look it up on their own. So there's a website called Sefaria. I'm sure you know about it. For those who don't know, it's probably the biggest online database that's available free for everyone of Jewish texts and source sheets. And if you are a Jewish like text nerd, it's almost like a social media for Jewish text stuff, and like people could post their own translations. It's a lot of fun. I love it. I'm also one of the only, like, they don't have a lot of Aramaic translators, so we have slowly been translating a lot of Aramaic texts. Anyway, so I have over 50 different source sheets on there, looking on about half of them on LGBTQ issues, but also on other things. And so like obviously I'm using my rabbinical education, and I will never give that up. I'm also very engaged in Jewish communities, and specifically since Corona started, I've been leading services on a steady basis online. Like we have specifically me and my girlfriend, who I've been dating for a few months, who literally is getting her doctorate this weekend, and it's also a rabbinical school, and she has also been pushing me a lot to that part. So we have been leading services a lot. You don't have to trust me on that. You can, if you go to my Facebook page, you will see them. People could look it up. We did a lot of stuff over Pesach, over Shavuot, and so on. So in many ways I'm doing. I've also joined groups like Trua and like the Jewish Women's Pleasure Group on Facebook, which is one of my favorite Facebook groups, and so on. So I think I'm getting more and more comfortable with embracing it. I still don't use it on a day-to-day basis. But maybe I should. So that's the very, very long answer to an even longer real answer. It's like, I feel like it's a whole book just on that.